Hey everybody, this is Gladys back once again for another episode of a Dust Breakdown. So starting from the main menu here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk straight over to the front of the room and I'm going to open up the marketplace. This is where a lot of your time spent in Dust is going to take place. So opening up the market, your first page will show you 5 items here, and this is kind of like the front page of the paper. And this is showing you different packs that they have available. You can buy on them. It's advertisements for different things, showing even the top sellers. So on the left side, you'll see all the options that we have. Starting from the top, we've got storefront, augmentations, drop suits, equipment, turrets, vehicles, weapons, drop suit modules, vehicle modules, skills, installations, and militia gear. So one of the things that you're going to start off with that I would suggest is going all the way down to militia gear, selecting that, and then here you've got drop suits, equipments, modules, turrets, vehicles, and weapons. Now militia gear is basically, well, the description actually, that what it says here is standard issued gear that requires no skills to use but is less effective than other gear. So basically it's the bottom line of all types of equipment and vehicles, weapons, etc., etc. But what this will do, and why I advise doing this first, is this will let you try out a variety of different things without really having to invest too much into them. For example, if you wanted to try out a heavy suit or a logistics suit, you've got to unlock the skill book to do it. You've got to buy that, and then you've got to put your skill points into that, and then you have to buy the suits. So it's very detailed and like very in depth, but you have to get a lot unlocked and spend a lot of time and effort and money in game and skill points to unlock something. So just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to go into drop suits here. Now this has your militia assault drop suit, militia heavy drop suit, militia logistics drop suit, and militia scout. Now there's no requirements for any of these, and as you can see towards the right, the militia assault drop suit is 505 ISK. That's dirt cheap. So what this will do is when you go to create a drop suit loadout, you can start with any of these, and this will give you a feel for the 4 drop suit types that we have in Dust by 14 at this point in time. So the scout drop suit is exactly what it sounds like. It's extremely fast. You've got a lot of stamina, but you've got low armor and low shields. Militia logistics is like your repair and support. You can repair drop suit damage to your teammates. You can repair tanks, and you can also drop ammo. Militia heavy drop suit is the heavy drop suit itself is basically your tank. That's the very slow moving but heavily armored people that you see out there on the battlefield. And then assault is like really just kind of a good balance. It's kind of fast. It's got decent armor, decent health, and this is usually what I see medics running around with, is an assault drop suit. So to go down to another important aspect of it, I'm going to go to weapons, and this will show you, this is what you can do. Again, my suggestion is to check all these militia weapons out, because this will give you a spattering of things that you can try. For example, assault rifle, the forge gun, different grenades, pistol, shotgun, sniper rifle, submachine gun, and swarm launcher. One thing that I do want to point out is if you try the militia weapons or anything like that, but specifically here in this example, the militia weapons, say for example, if you liked the militia assault rifle and you said, wow, I really want to keep using this and I want to use it a lot, you can go down to this option right here, this militia assault rifle blueprint. And what the blueprint will allow you to do is buy that gun's blueprint to where you can manufacture as many as you want. So in essence, you have unlimited amounts of whatever item that you have the blueprint for. So instead of me buying 50 assault rifles every week or so and spending so much money, I can spend a lump sum and buy the blueprint for it and then never pay for it again. So that's a nice option. But the thing to keep in mind is that these are the militia weapons. So these are not going to be your highest efficiency option. They're not going to do the most damage. They're not going to have the highest rounds per minute or augmentations. These are bare bones. So this would be a good option if you wanted something just to kind of have as like the backbone of your setups, like to where you can always fall back to this if you need it. and then you can spend the money on better weapons, as you get it. But this is something that you would just, if you wanted to feel like just grinding and getting on there and playing a few games and not worrying about losing anything that you've bought, you would use some type of militia weapon because they're very cheap and easily replenishable. As far as the marketplace, another important thing that we want to go through here is skills. And skills are going to get very complicated and very expensive very early on. So I'm going to go ahead and start in weaponry. This will show you all the skill books, as soon as it loads at least. This will show you all the skill books. You've got heavy weapon capacity, rapid reload, sharpshooter, and just an upgrade. And it'll tell you what each one does. Same with light weapons, sidearms, and then more things as you unlock them as well. But what it's showing here under the requirements, it's got the book and the green check mark. That means I already have all these. So I can only, what you're purchasing here in the marketplace is the skill book. Now once you have the skill book, you can then go to your skills and you upgrade it, and it costs so many skill points each time. But this is where you're going to go to get your skill books, which will allow you to unlock more things as you put points into them. So for the drop suits, for instance, I just bought this right here, the Amar heavy drop suit, and that allows me to buy a level 1 heavy drop suit from the marketplace because I now have that skill unlocked. So this is what you're going to want to do. This will also, right here, these upgrades, this is going to be something important to look up to, is your endurance, mobility, and vigor. And some of them provide stamina per level, some have a max stamina. The mobility increases your sprinting speed. So some of these things are going to be important for different play styles depending on what you want to do. But that's a basic breakdown of the marketplace, things you're going to want to look for, things you're going to want to buy. And when progressing in the game, as you get higher and higher unlocks, basically what I'm doing right now is I'm saying, okay, I want to try the heavy suits, and then right here I have like the heavy type 1 unlocked. If I wanted to continue using heavy suits, I would obviously want better and better suits. So I would progress along this line on the skill tree. If I'm in the heavy section right here, it's showing standard, and then level 2, I would have to unlock that book, and then that will unlock the heavy type 2 for me. And then advanced is here, and then I would have to unlock drop suit level 3. And this is showing the progression, like you can get a couple things on some levels, but as you get higher and higher, it's one item, but each of them should be consistently better than the others. But this is just one example of many on the progression between any of the skill books, not necessarily just drop suits, but weapons as well, vehicles, turrets, etc., equipment. So that's a basic breakdown of what you're going to see in the marketplace for Dust 514, and these options are all going to expand the further and further we get out from the open beta and closer we get to the actual full game release. So that'll about do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching so much. Any questions that you have, be sure to leave a comment and let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. And subscribe to YouTube if you can. That helps me out a lot. And thank you very much. We'll see you on the battlefield. Take care.